Nvidia can sell its artificial intelligence chips in China again after getting the green light from the Trump administration. The tech titan developed a downgraded version of its latest AI chips for the China market, but the Commerce Department restricted sales in April as a tense tariff standoff unfolded between the US and China. That move cost Nvidia billions of dollars. Here's CEO Jensen Huang making his case to lift restrictions on CNN.
In order for America to have AI leadership, is to make sure that the American tech stack is available to markets all over the world so that amazing developers, including the ones in China, are able to build on American tech stack.
That argument seems to have resonated with the White House. On July 14th, the administration agreed to grant licenses for NVIDIA's H2O chips, just days after Wang met with President Trump. Here's IBD News editor Ed Carson.
This H20 AI chip is the only AI chip that Nvidia has been able to sell to China, and then that got restricted back in April. So they were getting shut out entirely of the market.
Carson says the difficulty in selling these chips to China has been one of the few weak spots for Nvidia. The company said it took a $5.5 billion hit after the US government limited exports back on April 15th. Though Jensen Huang has typically preferred to stay out of politics, the CEO has been increasingly vocal on US tech export restrictions.
He's been saying, look, we've lost a huge amount of market share in China, and domestic competitors are coming up. And, if we don't get back in there soon, we're going to lose out entirely. I think he would like to see restrictions further relaxed, but this allows NVIDIA to at least maintain a pretty strong foothold in China. He made that case with President Trump in a meeting last week, and he's also met with some Chinese officials. So he's really been pushing hard to make sure that NVIDIA is a part of China's AI market.
Carson adds that Wang is also hoping the Trump administration's decision will make it easier for the company to sell a new AI chip geared toward factory automation and logistics in the China market.
Jensen Huang has made that point about robotics and other things, saying that's a huge, important market for them. And let's face it, robotics is far more advanced in China than the US overall. So NVIDIA can't have much of a role in robotics if it's not involved in China.
The Trump administration's reversal on China chip restrictions may also serve as a gesture of good faith between the two countries as trade negotiations continue.
They're trying to reach a détente on trade, but they're trying to also reach a détente on technology. Through the Biden administration and to some extent the Trump administration has been ratcheting up restrictions on technology. Meanwhile, China's been responding, it's like, okay, well, we'll restrict their rare earths.
China's power over the rare earth market has been a sticking point in tariff negotiations, but Carson says Trump's willingness to ease export restrictions is a bullish sign for chip makers.
If he's getting on board, that probably provides a lot more confidence to the company's investors that it's going to be in his interests to see NVIDIA sell. He wants to see the US selling more to China. He wants to see trade deficits coming down. So I think that's a real positive shift for the sector.